Hello, everybody. My name is Lee Honish. Welcome to Distressed Property Marketing, the podcast. For the next, what is it, 8 weeks, whatever it is, we are getting ready for our 9th annual Monster Marketing Summit. So a quick explanation. I believe that there are 3 niches in real estate that can provide you listings without worrying about what the market will do. That is probate, divorce, and people who've not been able to make their payments, or what we call distressed properties. As you've heard me say many times, I am not a huge fan of probate or divorce because of attorneys being involved in the transaction. So we focus on distressed properties. That's what we've been doing for the last 9 years. That's the way our marketing works. And every single year we hold a summit, our big one. It's always held right around March. It's coming up. It's March 15th. So just type in right now, prereo.org. That's prereo.org, not .com, not .net, prereo.org. We will have a huge lineup of speakers. We will teach you everything you need to know about working with homeowners that have missed payments, what are the differences in the types of properties, and why it's an endless supply of leads and listings for you to work. I realize that the upcoming market is difficult and that many of you are currently struggling to find new listings. So instead of chasing after expireds, canceled, probate, divorce, FSBOs, whatever, along with all the other agents, right? And start focusing on a niche where people literally have to sell their homes, right? I should say need to sell their homes. Each week, I'm going to present a speaker from past events. You'll hear this message repeatedly at the beginning. That's just the way it is. I appreciate all of you who listen to this and download it on a consistent basis. You can sign up pretty much anywhere. It's available on all the platforms from Spotify to iTunes to iHeartRadio for that matter. So again, March 15th, 9 to 5. It's in Pasadena, California. If you are a coaching student, we will be streaming it live and you'll be able to watch it direct. You won't even have to leave the comfort of your own home. If you are interested in learning how to join our program, you've been listening along or you've been watching the videos, there's a commercial coming up right on the other side of this on how you can get involved with monster marketing and work with distressed property homeowners. But again, I'll say it again, for the next few weeks leading up to our event on March 15th, I'm going to present to you a series of speakers that we've had over the past 9 years, and we would love to see you all there. You don't have to be a coaching student. It's open to the general public. It's Pasadena, California. Go to prereo.org. That's www.prereo.org. And I look forward to seeing you all in Pasadena. So here is a quick commercial and your first speaker. Thanks.
Are you a real estate agent, realtor, investor, or are you in the real estate business and you need new listings and deals? We have a solution for you, and that solution has guaranteed results. How much would you pay to get face-to-face with a homeowner that wants to sell their home? What if you also got their email address and daytime phone number? And what if this homeowner also scheduled you to come to their door at a set time to meet with you? Sound too good to be true? It isn't. And it is 100% guaranteed for you to meet face-to-face with a real homeowner who really needs to sell their home. Not only will you get this remarkable contact system and its 100% guarantee, at no additional charge, you will get weekly coaching, documents, and training on how to get that homeowner and convert them into a new listing. When you purchase, you'll also get a one-on-one walkthrough so that you can start using the system today. Visit www.thelistingmonster.com. That's www.thelistingmonster.com. Or call Diana Ortiz at 213-706-0040. Stop wasting time the old way. Use a monster and get actual results today.
And this time around, the banks are writing this stuff off fast and getting it off their books. So it's not playing really out in public, but the fact that there is so much, I mean, the delinquency rates are so high would just indicate the momentum, and those numbers sound like they've grown versus fallen further. So we've been seeing the numbers continuing to, inch down month over month over month. And now we've been seeing sporadic inches up. And then so it's been flat to up versus down, 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 down.
And my greatest fear is that based on everything that they're doing for the market, right, which is, we turned REOs not into inventory. We turned them into rental properties as investments for Wall Street. That's starting to show. Actually, Housing Wire just released an article. I was going to discuss it with you today. It costs more to own a home in every single state in the United States than rent. That doesn't bode well for real estate agents. And they broke it down by median price, state to state. It's actual. We've turned into a rental-based real estate, business. And I'm wondering how much this affects the mindset, because there was a report last week, and I have to keep looking at reports of my age group or higher. I don't know how they even call the age groups anymore, but people are staying in their houses longer, right? They're aware of all this data that's available on the internet, and there are fears based on the market or what happened previously. So people are staying in their houses longer. And I'm wondering what impact that has on the mindset of the average agent.
Well, listen, first of all, I'm surprised that the number of real estate agents continues to grow.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's the number I don't understand.
Right. So I don't know why that's happening. And, but we do know that, we do know that most real estate agents aren't productive. So we were doing the analysis of our marketplaces, results of all teams and agents and companies for 2018. And what we were trying to confirm was that we were the number one sales team in our county, which I'm, happy to announce that we were. But that's not the point. The point is when you're looking at the data and you go down 50% of the agents, 50%, it's more than that. I didn't bother to count it. I just had 0 transactions for the year. So, so there's a major difference. And so the only way that you can have 0 transactions in a year is really making no effort to do any transactions. So, I'm not sure what the correlation between the number of agents are versus the number of transactions, but it's definitely a shift. And I think some people are just giving up. And some of those agents have done transactions in the past and just decided they need to go get a real job. And by the way, I know several really great loan officers who have taken jobs other places, so they can support their families, and have given up on trying to make a full-time living. So they're doing mortgage lending, part-time. And I know that's true in real estate, that people are just looking for breadcrumbs.
Right. And that's the thing I keep seeing. And really, and I recommend this to everybody who's watching or listening. Look, we're in the business of looking for a unique data niche and working those for listings. I'm not trying to bum you out about the market. I mean, if you're on the East Coast like Ezio, you're happy, right? You're happy that the market was so delayed to get to where you are, that New York and the East Coast are taking it just now. I mean, that makes it sort of a winning combination out on that coast. Places like Florida still haven't recovered. I mean, there are just certain markets that will never quite come all the way back, David, but I'm fascinated with literally the lack of information about this real estate market. And as a guy who does marketing and teaches marketing and shows people how to do marketing, from a business level all the way up to real estate, like here, what I find shocking is the response within the real estate community that makes money supporting real estate agents, right? So, and Diana was telling me this the other day, and I was trying not to physically roll my eyes into the back of my head. She goes, there's a hard push right now on the basics, right? Going back to door knocking, going back to mailers and really pushing cold calls. That's what, you know, they're pushing. And it's just mind-boggling to me that we've reached a point where, like you said, chasing the breadcrumbs for the average agent. The other 80%, forget the 20%. I can't even, you're top 1%. That it's not even like discussing Diana. It's not, most of the people on this call, I'm not discussing you. I'm talking about the 3 to 5 listings per year that sort of made you ink by as this is a pretty good job kind of group that struggle every single day to come by the next deal. And I'm like you, I don't understand how the numbers continue to go up in real estate agents. I don't know, with the constant barrage of new companies coming online and out slandering MLS systems and the National Association of Realtors. I'm watching this as a neutral guy who understands marketing, watching all this happen, going, I don't even know how this is like, I don't get it. I don't know how it got so far away from everything. And it's all because of one cataclysmic event in 2007, 8, 9 that has caused a dramatic shift in real estate and distrust within real estate. And it's interesting. That's just where I'm at. And I just keep wondering, you know, if the Fed raises the rate a little bit too high, what's that going to do to the market? Can we really handle another slowdown? Like, what is the single event in your mind, David, that would have to occur that would cause some kind of weird meltdown? Like, would the media have to go into full recession talk? Would it, I mean, where people just shut down and there was no longer real estate transactions? What do you think would cause a drop off?
Okay, well, there would be 2 things that would cause a drop off, and one major one would be, in fact, interest rates. Another thing would be qualifying criteria, how difficult or easy it is to qualify for a mortgage. And then the other factor we've been seeing is would be a major surplus of homes. So there'd have to be a major glut of inventory available and not enough buyer demand to support it. So we see some signs of that. We're seeing some signs of inventory, but the good news is in the last couple of weeks we've been seeing buyers keeping up. So buyer demand is keeping up. So it's starting to look like a relatively good spring to summer selling season. At least in my market, I can't speak all over the country, but here in my market, which is Ventura County, primarily, we don't really see those combination of things. We're seeing the market is kind of holding steady after already having a 3 to 5% decline in home prices. So we've been through the shift, and it looks like we're at the end of the shift. And unless the Fed does something unexpected, now they're saying they're not going to raise again all year because they want to stimulate housing and keep prices down. But unless there's some change in policy or change in world affairs like a war or something, I think that the market's going to be pretty stable. But it could, who knows? No, I'm have no crystal ball.
Yeah, I don't know. There just seems to be so much. I'm really trying to wrap my brain around the numbers not lining up in the fourth quarter. Like, there was such a dramatic drop off where everybody just literally got approved for loan modifications. There's a spike in bankruptcies. The default rate's the same. It's 5%. It's been 5% for quite a few years, plus or minus 0.1%. And then we literally go from a 2.5% default rate somewhere around last summer, now down to 1.5%. So we dropped a full 1% in severely delinquent. And it is a tremendous, like, that's a tremendous drop off in the course of 6 months. It is a tremendous drop off over the course. And I just don't know. And I was thinking about this the other day, David. If you were at a bank, you've had a lot of experience with banks, much like myself. And this is the one I was trying to get Diana to understand. I don't know how you classify a loan mod. it's not a performing loan and it's not a non-performing